believe there's only a very select few number of universities in the country that do environmental impact assessment at master's level, and fewer still where the university has a reputation that Southampton does. Without my masters, I wouldn't have been employed by, or I wouldn't have got my job offer with HS2 Limited. I certainly wouldn't have, well, they wouldn't have even considered me on my application without an MSc as a kind of an entry level into the job. That said, as I was saying, with the number of presentations and work we had to do collaboratively, I think Southampton University set me up quite well with my soft skills ready so that I could actually interact well with my colleagues, certainly better than when I finished my undergraduate degree, where I had some academic training but didn't really have much of the softer skills side. If you want to work in environmental management in the UK, you need something that's going to help you make you differ from another candidate. And masters, they give you the academic training, they make you develop your personality maybe more than you would do at an undergraduate degree. I think it's definitely something that one should consider. The theoretical and the practical or vocational learning I did at Southampton University for my MSc was incredibly useful for my job. The theoretical side helped me underpin a lot of the knowledge I use in the office on a day-to-day basis, and the practical side helped me underpin the way I can interact with my colleagues and actually associate myself with them and do my work on a day-to-day basis. I probably got on best with my supervisor, Malcolm Hudson, who I did my dissertation with, most notably because when I finished my undergraduate degree, I continued doing research on my dissertation for another 12 to 15 months with Malcolm, and we subsequently managed to get it published about 12 months ago in the Journal of Landscape and Town Planning. So we got on very well, and it's now got to a point where I now come back to university to give lectures to their current MSc students. It was looking at wind farm and solar farm developments and the environmental constraints on where they should be or where they are best sited in the UK. The principle of what I was doing, that's what led me to my job. So the subject area for my dissertation was predominantly environmental impact assessment, and my job when I started was predominantly environmental impact assessment, though trains and wind farms are, yes, not quite the same. I feel it's very important to be able to come back to universities and teach about not only the work that I'm doing in the workplace, but try and give some context as to how, as you said yourself, 2 years ago I was studying the same master's program that these students are doing now, and now with my organisation I'm able to come back and talk about the work that we do and how it directly correlates to the lessons they are learning every week.